Hello and welcome back to Kerbal Space Program. As you can possibly see, I don't have my saved game. So we're going to have to start again, and I'm literally going to pretend like the old one didn't exist. I'm going to do it in science mode. I can't remember if I did it in science mode before. But I'm just going to pretend like the old one didn't exist and start completely again. I'm not going to run through everything, so you can go and look at that on my one. But I'm going to name it the same as my Skyrim person. I've sort of having to give up a bit on Skyrim because Skyrim isn't wanting to work for me, and the recordings for it are all in too low of a frame rate for me to be able to work it. I'm just going to quickly turn down that volume a bit because it's quite loud. Put it down a bit. I've already changed it all, as you can see, but it's still quite loud. Still a little loud. Right. Oh, last time I'm changing it, if it's too loud still, I'll give up. Right, that's fine. Okay. Right. Let's literally just get started straight away. I'm going to speedrun this bit, and I did check the video and found out where I got up to. I got up to an orbit, and I haven't played this game recently, but I know that I got to orbit, and that's all I did. And I did a little bit of research, and I may or may not know now how to get to the moon, so I shall have to see. I want 3. Right. I think that's all. Haven't played this game in a while. Some controls I might not remember, but I think I can remember the basics of it. Obviously, WASD to move the aircraft, shift and control to control the power, and space to start the stage. I'm just going to add a stage and put that down there. Right then. Observe it. Okay, cool. SES. Let's go. Observe it. Okay, cool. I also probably want to do a crew report. Right then, how high? I should be going up at least, I think it's 10,000 meters you get to. So, I'll have to see. Right, I'm going to have a look, see if... Right, let's observe the goo. I'll see, will you give me... Yeah, okay, cool. Right, it shouldn't be too long before I reach the apoapsis now, but I'm just going to speed it up a bit. Because there isn't really any point in... I should be able to EVA on the ground, so I'll get a little EVA report and take a sample of the ground from wherever I land. There we go, just deploy the parachute that it will so it will open when I get down there. Right, it looks a lot more scary when you're going faster, so hopefully the parachute opens. I know I've got it set for 500 meters, I think, so there we go. Maybe a bit closer than I would have liked, but that's just fun. It feels like I'm in slow motion. But I've managed to sort the frame rate out, so the frame rate for this should be okay. Because I've set the OBS recording frame rate at 60, and I've capped Kerbal Space Program at 60 FPS, so I should have okay frame rate. I'll take a surface sample and EVA report. Okay, right, and then I'll recover myself, and then I'll go and recover the vessel as well. And I should get quite a lot of science from this as well, so recover it. There we go. Right, nice amount of science. Basic rocketry, engineering, and then I want another survivability one because that's helpful. Survivability is definitely something you want more than the next rocketry thing, because with the next rocketry thing, chances are that you will I want drag chutes, and there we go. I'm just going to quickly get a crew report from the thing, because I didn't before, and it's always just a bit helpful to have, because every single science thing counts. So right then, 1.5 science. It's not a lot, but it's something. And right, let's go back into building my craft. The survivability one is definitely a good one to have though, because you can get the heat shields, obviously, which are helpful for when you go up high, and also the the decouplers are definitely quite helpful. Right, what do I want to get? Right, I need at least 3, so I will do that. And I need at least 3 of these, so I will also do that. And then they're not big fuel tanks, but they will work for the minute. There we go. Right then, and the swivel engine, obviously, along with the decoupler. I just have to see how far I go, because for all I know I could just crash, burn and die, but which wouldn't be fun, but it's always a possibility. And I of course want to get my fins. Just 2, there we go. Right, is there anything I'm missing? Shouldn't be. Right, so I'm going to do a press map barometer, pressure barometer, barometer check anyway, and the temperature check down at the bottom, and then I'll do 2 more as I continue upward. And I've also got another a crew report I'll be able to do a little bit higher up. There, need to check my. There we go. Make sure my throttle's high enough, and go. This engine's actually quite good, because my aircraft isn't exactly light. Well, my rocket isn't exactly light, but it's managing to do all right. Look, and then you can see curvature of the Earth as well. There you go, flat earthers. You've been beaten. Also, I know I can't remember if I mentioned this in my video on city skylines, but I did see a comment on my last Killspace Program video from 3 months ago, saying, "Can you play as Russia?" Now, if you're talking about War Thunder, yes, I can. What tank would you like me to play? If you're talking about this though, no, you can't. Okay, I managed to get that right. No, you can't. You take off from Africa. You're not a country necessarily, but you do take off from a certain country, which is Africa. Okay, right. I want to get a crew report now. Okay. How high am I at the moment? It appears I am quite high up. I'll just burn up the rest of my fuel and I'll do another one at 127,000 meters. Right, I want these 2 to be at separate times, so I will activate them, and I need to make sure that, yeah, they're okay, they're at an alright one. Right, I'm gonna skip forward a little bit further. Wait until I get up to over 100,000. There you go, there's the music, meaning I'm in space. Right, I also should be able to do that. Right, let's board again, and then I want to adjust myself so I'm back. Should be facing just straight down. Okay, I should now be high enough. There we go. Okay, and I've got all the stuff I need. Have I done a crew report already? I don't want to overwrite it. Where did I get my crew report? Oh, I'll be fine. When I get the orbit one, I'll do a crew report then. Or when I attempt my first orbit, I'll do crew report then. Right, back down we go. Okay, and then... Oh, I forgot about that. Stop. I need to write myself again, because if I don't, then I will have some problems. And I want to head for that yellow one there, because that's the direction that I believe I'm going down at. I should be able to store the EVA report in here, so I should be able to do another EVA report and get a sample of the ground down there, and then climb back aboard and go back to the centre. I was only up there for 6 minutes. Wow. Right, there we go. Get back down below, and the sky should become blue eventually. I'm still trying to figure out why it hasn't become blue yet. But there we go, now I can see it now, it's going over me, becoming less black the further I go down. Yeah, there you go, look, you can see now that it's all done that, and then... Oh look, the moon looks nice. Be up there soon. Either in today's video or next video, but I will definitely be uploading again tomorrow with another Kerbal Space Program video, because I might even record it after I've done this video and go straight onto the next one, and I'll edit them both today and schedule the upload for the one where I go to the moon afterwards. Right. Let's do that. I'll just deploy the other one. Oh, I can't EVA. Oh, because I'm going warping. Right, I need to make sure. Okay, that's fine then. I got another EVA report. Right then, and then what I'll do is I'll deploy my parachute and let go. And what I'll do is I'll just go down and I'll get my sample ready. My favourite thing about this, look, is you can see the G-force there. Watch this. This poor guy's having to withstand. Wait for me to hit 50. There we go. Almost 10 Gs while just doing a simple pull-up. And then this is the best bit about this game. You can do this. Look, watch. Ready? And when he stalls again. Oh, right, ready? And then go down. Almost like a little swing. That's quite cool. But for now I'm going to stop messing around, and I'm just going to go down and get this report ready, because it shouldn't be too long before the before it gets here. Let's try and make a nice landing. We're sending a lot of G's right now. And let's have a look. It should be landing around here, so where is it going to be landing? Oh, I don't know what that is. Okay, it should land just around here then. So I shall just... Oh, okay. I mean, that works. And he's up. Okay, so I can now remove the helmet and remove the neck ring. And there we go. EVA report. I'll repack the chute as well, even though I won't need it. And I'll take a surface sample. There we go. Right then, let's have a look. He looks shocked. Why is he shocked? Right, let's start walking over to where my ship's going to land. Should be coming down in just a second. Where's the shadow for it? Oh, there it is. Alright, just head towards... here we go. There we go, and it landed just fine as well. There we go. Right, then. There we go, and I can board it now. I'll recover it, and I should get absolutely tons of research, because I think it should say that I survived space flight as well. Carbon's upper atmosphere, definitely. Suborbital, there we go. Basically, you went to space but you didn't orbit, which is absolutely fine. Basic science, I want to do that one. There's not a whole lot I get from it, so I think I'll just do the general I'll do the general rocketry and advanced rocketry. Do I want to do that, or do I want to do general construction? That's more for there's another stability one I could do. Ah, perfect. I do need that. Okay, that's perfect. So now I should have the bigger engines. I can get rid of all this. Right, I only need one now. Only really need one. But for now, I can do that. 2 of those for 1 of those. There we go. A couple of there. And then 3 of these. Oh, oops. Missed it. 3 of these for... I think I'll do another one of these. Actually, no, it won't quite get me high enough, will it? So I'll use this one. And then I'll get the radial decouplers. I only need 2. Let the radial decouplers, put them there. Engines, the thumper engines. Is that on? No, not quite. I'll do that, because then they're on them, and then what I can do is I can put them lower down. Right, there we go. And then I just want that there. And I want these as well. Oh, forgot about that. And then I want to do that there. That there. Right, then do I want 3 lowered? I'll have 3 lower down and then 1 higher. And then 1 up here. I'm just trying to get it in line with it though. Yep, there we go. Practically perfect. Right then, that looks fine. And I don't have anything there, nothing there that I need. No. Everything looks to be fine. I'm just checking through everything to make sure I haven't missed anything. No, all good. So I should now be able to make a I should now be able to get an orbital flight. This is literally going to be the video I made a while ago, and I think I might have just done it a lot faster, basically. So I do apologise for that. So there will be a video either coming out today or tomorrow, because I feel bad. Probably today, actually, because... So just keep an eye out for later on, because there might be another video coming. Because I feel like I haven't quite done what I'm supposed to do with this. Right. I'm just going to quickly pause it and lower the volume again, because it's still very loud. That might be quite low, to be honest with you. That is very low. Okay, and there we go. 10% volume. The volume might now just be absurdly quiet on the video, and you might just be able to hear me, and maybe just about be able to hear this. So I reckon 14 should be just fine. Yeah, that sounds quite about right. So for the minute, we're just going to have the thumper engines going, taking us up to a certain altitude, and then I'm going to begin to bank, I suppose, to the right and start heading west. No, east. Start heading east, because there's no point in going against the rotation of the Earth. You want to go with it. Which is what I remember hearing ages ago in a tutorial on how to do this game. And how to get orbit anyway, which is possibly one of the more basic things to do. But for the minute, the rocket's looking pretty good. Gotten some nice altitude. I remember them saying something about 10,000 meters, but I can't remember if they'd put it in feet and they're saying 10,000 feet before you do it. But I know your average orbit should be around 100,000 meters. That should be when you want to aim to be having your orbit, I think, so. And they hit each other, that's fine. Oh, I think I might have messed up here, because this engine doesn't turn. Oh, wait a second. Alright, let's try that again. Do I have an engine that turns? Yeah, swivel. Alright, let's try that again. Let's try that again, because that did not work as I intended. Right. No, not that one first. Definitely not that one first. Extra one there. There's there, and then there. Go. Right, the swivel engine, I think it's even might be a little bit lighter, possibly. And a little bit, it's got, I know it's definitely less powerful, but that means it won't eat up as much fuel. And if it's a lot, and if it weighs less, that's even better, because it might mean that I might be able to get a little bit more out of these beginning engines, the thumpers. Just getting a nice view of the little swimming pool you can come back and land in. I might do that. It depends where I want to come back and land, because I could aim to land here, because I'll be able to take a surface sample, which would be quite good. I could land on the ice caps are alright to land on. I mean, normally the one you want to go from here is definitely the south one, because it's a little bit closer. But there is a lot, like when I eventually get orbit, I'll oh hello. I'll try and show you all of the different. Ah, yeah, there we go. This one does turn. This one does swivel, definitely. I'll try and show you like the back of the planet, like the bit that you can't see at the moment. Like this, all the stuff that's in black at the moment, in the dark. I'll try and show you that, because all of that is you'd be surprised on how much of like land there actually is, because a lot of it you just generally don't see, because you're just paying attention to what's like this and like this Africa sort of looking bit, and it's not quite the climate of Africa. I mean, there's not really a whole lot of desert. I think there might be a desert. No, there's not even desert along the top. The desert appears to be around this area. Not really. I think, to be honest, the equator should be about here, which is fair enough for that bit there, but I don't know about that bit. But I suppose sandstorms maybe coming from there. I suppose, but and I can see that little bit of desert just over there as well. Right, I definitely need to start heading up a lot more, because if I don't start heading up more, then I'm going to begin to have problems, because at the moment I still have the air pushing against me, which isn't good. But the atmosphere is starting to lose its grip on me, so, and I've just broken 40,000 meters, which is a sort of level where you definitely begin to. I could go EVA at the moment. That wouldn't be fun. Where you start to lose a lot of the atmospheric pressure that is normally on things, and you definitely start to lose a lot of the drag, which is why airplanes fly a lot higher. Not necessarily 50,000 meters high, but they fly really high, because the air's thinner and you use up less fuel trying to do so. I definitely need to get a bit higher for this this smaller engine, because it's really fuel efficient and very good in a vacuum, but it's not all that good at I'm going to try and lower the power on this one a little bit. Oh, okay. But it's just not that good at being a general engine to push you up. It's normally an engine that would help push you around. Right, okay then. I've lost atmosphere now, so I should be able to begin to. Well, okay, right. I definitely need to start doing this now, because I'm not far off hitting 100,000 meters, so I definitely need to start doing this, and I can lower the throttle a bit as well, because the more fuel efficient you are with your engines, the better. But at the moment, I'm just going to sort of have to sit here and wait, because it does take a while. But for the minute, what I can do is I can do a crew report. Yeah, okay, and I can get some stuff. I don't know if I can then do it when I get an orbit. Oh no, wait, I want to get this. Yeah, no, because I've already done this. Okay. It'll be fine, I'll do it wherever I come back down again. I just gotta hope that I don't come back down into grasslands, because that would definitely be quite unfortunate. I will just have to hope that I can get this, because you can zoom out and see where the orbit would be, but you need this bit over here to at least be over, the periapsis needs to be over 60,000 meters, otherwise you will have issues. And by issues I mean you have quite a high chance of the atmosphere grabbing you and then having an unsuccessful orbit, which is not what you want. And you'd probably end up having to ditch your engines. But the other thing you need to be very wary of is the fact that you do need fuel left during your orbit, and you still need a fair bit of it. Like I'd say keeping over 500 meters per second here with this engine at a low-ish orbit is pretty safe, because you need to then aim the engine down and lower your periapsis so you will get back down again, which is something you want if you want to see Earth again. But the next video will be trying to orbit that, which might not be too fun, because I just hit 2,000 meters per second, but yeah, that might not be too fun, because I've gotten close to doing it before, but I've never actually managed to do it, so. But I know how to do it. You need to get an orbit, and then you'd like do this sort of thing, where you do that, add maneuver, and then you do that, and you can like change this, and then you'd like give yourself certain burn times and stuff like that, but it's all quite difficult sort of stuff to try and figure out. And I believe I'm close to getting orbit now. Yep, there we go. That doesn't need to go up too much. I can level myself out a bit. What I can also do is I can do that. Because what I need to do is I need to be able to... Okay, that's definitely high enough. Okay. Right then. Let's have a look. Crew report. I don't really want to. However, I could go EVA. And get an EVA report. There we go. I've now gotten my EVA report. And I may be able to do this now. No. No, I can't. Okay, because it's just still space. But just to check that I definitely did get orbit, I will do that. Make myself orbit again. And it doesn't look like I'm going to be crashing anytime soon, so that's always good. So, right, what I'm going to try and do is I'm going to try and make it so that okay, so obviously the Kerbal Space Center is there now. So this is the part of the planet you don't really see. All this, like, there's a lot of it. I don't really know what any of this is. I think trying to find if there's a highest mountain. That's quite a big mountain. But well, I don't really know, to be honest with you. Right, anyway, so where I'm going to come back down, I'm planning on being the desert, which is there. And I'd rather come back down into the desert in daytime. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to keep trying to rotate myself around, so that I'm around there when the desert is on the face of it, which actually might be now. No, I've gone too far. Actually, if I'm fast, I might be able to do it. No, we want to go there. Right then, point myself back down. Okay. Right, we want the periapsis to go down. That's what we need. The apoapsis can go up, but the periapsis needs to be down. Right then. Periapsis has gone, and I want it to be about there in the middle of the ocean. Should be just fine. The middle of the ocean bit there, or around there anywhere would be okay. I reckon I probably want it quite close to the coast. but that looks to be okay. Okay, now I just suppose I need to just speed it up a little bit, because I don't really need to be going too slow. The only reason I've gone like that is because of the rotation of the Earth. Might just catch me a bit. Actually, I can move it in a bit further if I wanted to. I want to land in this big bit there. I don't really want to land on those mountains, because that might just count as mountainous area. But I do not want to increase my speed any further, really. There we go. Okay, I should land just shy of that mountain. Right then, I can now turn myself around. I should be able to... Yeah, okay, nice. I've managed to disconnect from that, and I'm now a single pod. Yep, now still definitely there. I'll just wait for it to become the desert again, because the desert would be fine. Right. I'll just have those activated, because having them activated is definitely helpful. Still no atmosphere just yet, though. Still just waiting on good old gravity to pull me back in. Perhaps this isn't coming down there, definitely not. But you can see where my rotation would be if, say, this part of the Earth didn't exist. It would just be around there, or I say Earth curving. But at the moment I'm heading on this yellow point, which is retrograde. I'm aiming retrograde because what that should be is the direction that my pod is heading. Because the direction away you're heading is prograde, I think. Don't quote me on that though. But retrograde, and I should be aiming this way because it should be the direction I'm going. But for the minute, I've sort of managed to get it spot on, and I'm currently directly over the mountains that I'm not wanting to land on. And there's a mountain I didn't want to land on originally, and we might actually be able to watch this burn up as well. But I think an aim would be, is after going to the moon, getting orbit, I don't want to then leave the moon's orbit. I want to do I want to use the moon and slingshot off it and come back again, is the plan. After I've done that and gotten all the points from that, I want to get a satellite up, because a satellite would be pretty good. Yeah, there we go, there's all that exploding now because of the heat. And an aviator is like all the stuff that actually stops all of the heating, I think. I think that might be what I think that's what the aviator is, which is why it's slowly going down at the moment. But you have a lot of aviator. You know, I'm still going very, very fast at the moment, but I am definitely slowing. Okay, there we go, and I should be able to do a nice crew report. I've already got one, haven't I? Right then, okay. EVA, please don't fall off. He's fallen off. EVA report. While flying over Kerbin's deserts, that's fine. Right, this little man can continue to fall. It should be just fine. This is probably the scariest thing ever. But I mean, I think he might actually be able to survive this fall. Like, yeah, he's probably doing around 100 miles an hour, but still. Right, yeah, no, my spacecraft is fine. It's 2 kilometers below me though. I'm drifting quite far away from it, but I should be okay. When I get down to around 500, or when I get close to that, then I'll stop my fall being quite so fast, and I'm just gonna continue to let my character fall, and we're just gonna whiz by that. And so that's kind of where I want to be at the moment, but yeah, not quite. I mean, I've managed to make it to the deserts, which is nice. When I get down to 500 meters, I plan on opening a chute from Or I might just do it now, to be honest with you. Right then. Okay, so... Right then, just wait a second while I need to have a look at something. Right, okay. Back now. Just needed to sort something out quickly. And then, so... Okay, so... I just need to wait for this, oh no. Oh, that was definitely a rough landing. But I should be okay. I can repack the parachute. No, I don't want to overwrite it, but I will get a surface sample. Right, where's my... There it is, it's over there. What I'll do is I'll speed it up, look, because I love the way they run when you speed it up, it's funny. But 350 meters away isn't too far. Wait, can I look under the... I can look under the map. It's just sea under the desert. But I'm almost there. Right, I'm close, and then I can get my EVA report while down on the desert, and then I can go back again. Okay, I can change that, and I can climb that, go up, board. Yep, do that. Okay, and then I can evac again. EVA report. Yep, B, and then recover it. Okay. Right then, that's that done. Done. Okay, I got 47. That's some, but it's not quite enough. But it should be enough to get to the moon. So, right then, I don't know. I don't want to do aviation yet. Do I do that? No. Flight control? No, because that's for that. I think I might just save up for heavy rocketry, to be honest with you. I don't really want to do... I want to get a better cockpit bit. No, not that. No, I need to find where these cockpits are. How do you get a bigger cockpit? I don't know where these bigger cockpits are. Well, I shall find out, and I might also, in between the two videos, just go to different places and get the little bit of research point I can from them. But for now, that's all from me, and I will see you in the next video. Goodbye.